Hey guys, in today's first additional language lesson, we're going to talk about finite verbs. This is mainly for grade 6 and 7 learners. It's very important to remember this rule regarding verbs. When we have one animal or person as a subject, the verb gets an S or an ES, and if we have two or more animals or people, the verb just stays the normal verb. So with singular nouns, or singular subjects, you have a singular verb. There are a bunch of slides on that I will be linking in your Google Classroom as well. And then with our plural subject, you have a plural verb. And I'm not going to focus on that too much now because this is work that we have already done. So you can just go remind yourself on this later. Now, a finite verb is a verb that shows us the amount of the subject, so if the subject is singular or plural, and tells us what tense it is, and it does it all on its own. Like in this example, I read the newspaper every weekend. Read is our finite verb because it can tell us that it's a I or a plural subject because there's no S behind it, and it also tells us that this is happening in present tense. And if we just take the verb read and its subject I, and we make a new sentence, I read, that makes sense on its own, which also tells us that read is our finite verb. This next example is easy because it already shows us that the verb can function on its own with its subject saying they swim, swim being our finite verb. And then in the next example, we have my brothers fought over the remote. Fought is our finite verb. This example also shows us that the finite verb can also be in the past tense. Fought is the past tense of fight. It can stand on its own because we can say my brothers fought. So to find a finite verb, you have to know it has no helping verb in front of it or behind it. It's just a verb on its own. It tells us about the subject and the tense, and it also makes sense on its own with the subject in front of it. I hope that it helped you to understand finite verbs better. Now all we can do is practice what we've learned. Goodbye for now.